it's more like you have to be passionate.
Yeah.
Because if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you won't be consistent. And then you have to actually love it with, I mean, like baby Jesus. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey guys, this is the Unveil podcast with DJ Wavy.
Yo, this is DJ Wavy. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Unveil podcast, brought to you by Canopy Media. And I'm, of course, the one and only DJ Wavy. Just want to say thank you guys, first of all, for, the continued support. Thanks to our viewers, our subscribers. Thanks to all my teachers from high school watching my videos. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it, guys. And, of course, like we say here in Jamaica, Happy New Year. So today, on the first episode, we're going to be talking with Mr. Sheridon Gayle. And he is one of the big time photographers out here in Jamaica. Mr. Gayle, welcome to the show, bro.
blessings, fam, blessings. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So let's get into what we have planned for today, right? First, I want to talk about one of the biggest things happening in Jamaica over the holidays, and that was the death of Jamaican hotelier Gordon Butch Stewart. You familiar with him, right?
Definitely, I am.
Yeah, so over the holidays, for those of you who don't know, specifically on the night of January 4, Jamaican hotelier giant Gordon Butch Stewart died. And he was the founder of Sandals Resorts, which is the leading hotel chain in the Caribbean, Beaches Resorts as well. And that is their parent company, Sandals International, right? He was also a part of the ATL Group and the Jamaican Observer. So definitely one of the most influential guys out here. One of those persons that represents the country. So how did this news affect you as a Jamaican?
Knowing that Butch Stewart actually a leading personal, or should I say a person who actually stands firm in the tourism sector, I should say that it really affects, because he actually make a transition and a whole change in the tourism sector in actually providing accommodations and certain opportunities for young people, as well as it relates to a lot of stuff that actually happens in the Caribbean, hotels and so on. Butch Stewart was very influential in that aspect of it. And truly, knowing that he was one that attract that community, which is international, that type of community to the Caribbean, I should say that it was really devastating news to actually hear the passing of Butch Stewart, because he was very influential, as you mentioned.
That's very
Definitely.
true. It was pretty sad to hear, for Jamaica to lose one of its most influential members, and for the Caribbean at large. Tell me, as a photographer, were you ever given the opportunity to, take pictures for any one of the resorts that he was a part? He was in charge of?
I wouldn't say that. No, I never reached that because it's just been a year since I've actually been in this community of photography. So I never really had the opportunity to actually go into that community which Butch Stewart actually established, to do photos on whatever that he do.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
That's some pretty good stuff.
Yes.
Well, Sheridon, usually I let my guests answer the questions in the question box with me. So before we get into my questions for the interview, we're gonna look at these questions here. The first one, this doesn't have a tag, but it says, "How was your Christmas holidays?" Pretty simple. How was it?
I mean, it was restful because I actually take like a 2 weeks break from creating. Well, not from creating, but from actually posting. And it was really to help me to align myself, my mind, and really my character as well, because that is very important. So I actually just took the break off from just posting, social media, and so on. Just trying to recreate and represent my craft in a more successful way, in a more creative way as well for the community.
Yeah, definitely. Break's important. We actually took a break here on Unveil, 3 weeks break. It was actually pretty good, man. spent some quality time with some very close friends of mine and the Bay, you know, enjoying the Christmas season. I didn't eat no manish water though.
Ooh.
You had any of that?
Nah.
Well, you don't eat that, bro?
Nah, Christmas. Yeah, I drink manish water, but you don't drink manish water during Christmas. What?
What when you?
It's not.
That's a Christmas delicacy, isn't it?
No, the Christmas cake with sorrel is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they was drinking manish water.
Is it a setup? Did someone die? Come on now.
Somebody died. I mean, that's fitting.
That's manish water.
All right, the next question on the question box. It says here, how do you think we can make the Caribbean more attractive for young people wanting to migrate to first world countries? What do you think about that?
I would say that as it relates to this, that more opportunities need to be provided, and a lot of the times I wouldn't say the government, but a lot of persons who are in the more hierarchy system in Jamaica could actually bring forth certain opportunities for young people. Because this is one thing that is very important, that a lot of young people don't get that knowledge, because they just grow up in one system, and that's a system that they should just stick to and don't, do anything different. Yeah. They don't try to identify their gifts and their talents and try to emphasize on that to become the individual that they are actually called to be, and what their purpose to be. So that's very important that, schools, all the educational system overall need to kind of implement strategies that would actually help young people, to find their purpose, find what they love, because this is very important, that because of their gifts, they should emphasize on their gifts, so that their gifts, can help them to be more comfortable in what they want to do. You understand? So by the end of the day, I mean, if you know that you have the resources and you can help young people out there, I mean, I would definitely encourage you to do so, because it's very important that we teach the youths the way to go.
I mean, we talk about it here all the time. The team here at Unveil, we talk about, we refer to it as the Caribbean dream. It's so typical. You go to school, you go to university, you get your degree, you graduate, and then you just work for the rest of your life. And most people, sad to say, the best accomplishment they could think of is buying a house. And you understand? And I think that it's important for us to actually break out of that mindset, just so that we could even see opportunities, because sometimes the opportunities are there. It's just that we are so blinded by that mindset that we think that nothing is here in the Caribbean.
Yeah, and everybody some persons want to be spoon-fed, what I'm saying?
Man,
they don't really want to go out and reach,
we don't
towards the opportunity that is actually there. Not at all.
We don't tolerate laziness
no
here,
way.
So we ain't even going to mention it.
No
Final
way.
question in the question box. It says, what are your goals for 2021?
Ooh. I'm still trying to figure that out, to be honest with you. Really just to improve. It's all about improvement. I mean, this career, this path of photography, it's nothing that stops. It is ongoing, what I'm saying? There is always room for improvement and growth. And that's what I really want to, master, like really approach for this year. And as well, collaborating, that's very important, like working with other persons who are in the field, not only photography, but those who actually, inspire others in different ways, content creators, whatever that you basically do. I would love to work along with persons and so on. And of course, source some more equipment. I don't know, what I'm saying? But that's basically in the goal for 2021.
Yeah, man. Self-improvement definitely at the top of the list. Top of the list for me. And then, the typical New Year's resolution, trying to get the body right for summer.
What you not saying?
Even though I don't think we're going to be going anywhere, man, because of the whole quarantine. But that's just how it is. Speaking of quarantine, over the break, I've been forced to spend a lot of time watching shows. I don't really like to watch shows. To this day, folks, I still watch Friends. I watch Friends over and over and over again.
Wow.
Very disappointed that it's off Netflix right now. But that ain't lame, bro. What are you talking about?
Is Fresh Prince on it still?
Fresh Prince? I think Fresh Prince still on there, That's
okay.
Some good shows, bro.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So the quarantine, what show did you binge in the quarantine? what do you binge in the quarantine?
Could you kind of break that down some more for me?
Like, what show did you find yourself really liking over the quarantine?
Show.
Yeah, or movie.
I was actually looking at the new ones, like I think Money Heist was one.
Oh, you was one.
And Blind Spot.
Oh yeah,
Blind Spot. Yeah,
pretty
those
good.
were pretty good. Yeah, definitely.
With my experience in media and a little bit of photography, I'm on your level. I'm an amateur. I still take pics with my iPhone and stuff.
I'm an amateur too. You know what I'm saying?
But I found myself over the quarantine paying closer attention to production. And the different camera angles. I noticed how some shows actually, sold not just the characters, but some shows had specific camera angles that they used. It had a specific lighting just to give you that feel. For example, Peaky Blinders. I think that you watched that show. You didn't watch it?
No, that's new to me.
That show was so good, bro.
That's new to me.
As
I'm gonna have to check it out.
As somebody who appreciates production and film and just anything to do with the camera in general, I think that's one of the shows everyone should watch, just to see how those guys put you in the time that the show represented. You know what I mean? Did you have any shows like that you saw over the quarantine?
Relating to that, I would say that I just watch a few documentaries and the regular YouTubers who actually teach you the specific things relating to production itself. You know what I'm saying? Overall, we know the popular ones, Canon, Peter McKenna, that is. You know what I'm saying? Kara Shakur and those folks.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask which photographer influenced you. Is it Peter McKinnon?
No, I wouldn't say that he's my first choice, as it relates to that category. But Kara Shakur for sure. And recently I started, looking at North Borders and Seventh Era. Those guys are super cool with night photography and portraits, I must be honest.
Oh,
definitely.
Oh, so which style of photography would you say you're the best at, or which style is your favorite? Because I know, looking at your Instagram profile, I can't really tell. You seem to do a little bit of everything.
Versatile basically, because I don't really want to narrow down everything to just one aspect, and just emphasizing on that and not really understanding the other things as relates to photography. Somebody could actually relate to a landscape photo, while some relates to a portrait, some relates to street, you know what I'm saying? So you have to reach to different audience at the same time, because if you go on some feeds, they just have portraits and it's pure women, you know what I'm saying? I try to incorporate other things, automotive, landscape, street, urban, portrait, you know what I'm saying? And product too as well. Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty good. It's actually good to be versatile, especially in this field. It gives you more opportunities to make more money, especially.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's talk about, I see you brought your camera bag and stuff. You got your gear over here. I don't know if you're trying to flex on us.
No, I'm not trying to flex.
But we have more gear than you.
Oh, definitely. It's a gear challenge.
But I want you to tell me what is the strangest thing in your camera bag? What's the strangest thing in your camera bag right now?
The strangest thing?
What would somebody be like, yo, why you have that in your bag?
Oh, CDs.
Why you have CDs in your bag, bro?
Basically for reflection. So, as it relates to CDs now give that reflection. So anytime you're taking a photo now, you can get the little glare right on the CD, the lighting, because it reflects. The light bounces off, reflects on it too as well. It's like a mirror, basically. You can actually see yourself in it.
I mean, I look pretty good. You know what I mean? But bro, you come here trying to flex, right?
I'm not trying to flex.
I didn't even know people use CDs in photos. What is that? For the amateurs out there watching, y'all just got a new tip, man.
Wow.
So when you go on a typical journey, your day to day, what's in your bag? What do you take with you?
I normally just carry two lenses. This is a 35 and a 24 to 120 millimeter, the camera body, and I have a Godox flash along with softbox that I normally use, the octagonal softbox, and that's just it. That's just for regular portraits, but for landscape it's just natural, so everything is just lens and the camera itself. That's it.
Pretty simple setup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, you get some real good stuff for such a simple setup.
Less is more.
Well, I've heard that before. So what lens is your favorite?
I would say that this lens, the 24
24. Why?
24 to 120 millimeter. It doesn't move. The f-stop stay the same. So basically, if you zoom in or out, the f-stop remains the same. It's stop at 4 basically. So it gives you nice blurry backgrounds, and the lighting is actually good with it. It's very sharp. The photos are very sharp, and I use it mostly for landscape and portraits as well.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. I think my favorite lens is the 50. You know, it's a prime lens.
Yeah, definitely.
That lens is just untouchable, bro.
Yeah,
untouchable. I haven't.
Is it fixed? Fixed
yeah,
lens. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really played around with any of those lenses you just mentioned because they kind of.
This is 35 millimeter. This is actually close to the 50.
Oh, so I could try that.
Yeah.
You know, one of these days I should challenge you to like a full,
Sounds great.
I'll challenge you, bro. You ain't ready for me, bro.
Sounds great.
I'll put on my iPhone and mash you right now.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Definitely.
bro. Sticking with the gear. So among all these stuff that you have in your bag, all the stuff you have at home in your studio, is there something that you wish you didn't buy?
Yeah, definitely. You were speaking about 50 mm. I bought a 50 millimeter.
So you're trying to diss my favorite lens?
No, listen.
Oh.
But it wasn't. It was a Nikon brand. It was like the brand Nikon.
Oh.
It was this I don't remember what they call it, Youngyo or something like that.
Oh, one of them.
Man, God. And like I was in a vehicle traveling, and I was trying to take a shot, and you lick on the glass like that, you know what I'm saying? And that was just it. It wouldn't focus. It wouldn't focus. So, and persons actually warned me about that lens because it's not sharp enough. Like it won't take you like in the frame sharp enough. It blurs you along with the background and so on. So I really regret purchasing that lens, to be honest
bro,
with you.
You're supposed to know better buying a Chinese
Yep.
lens, bro.
Yep.
I mean,
never again.
All the jokes about China.
That's the thing again, because I was just looking at the budget and I'm saying, all right, let me just see how best we can get something cheap. Cause me just want to take some nice shots.
Yeah.
Cool. And that never really worked out. So it's important that you just get the right thing and invest the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't try if you do no backdoor deal or, you know what I'm saying, trying to find
bro.
the cheapest thing. Just get the right thing that you actually need,
definitely-
because it serves longer.
Yeah.
You know, eventually.
That definitely gonna come back to bite you if you're trying to get things cheap. Wow, that's crazy.
Sad story.
So how do you educate yourself, to take better pictures? How do you continue to improve your work?
I keep searching for new photographers, because it was just recently like I found like about North Borders and Seventh Era, like their content is actually so different than who I was actually watching from last year. You know what I'm saying? So from their content I actually see what they do and then I recreate, because some of the times I'm not going to always have all the ideas. I don't have all the ideas. Like all the ideas don't just come to me like that. I see somebody do something, I'm like, okay, I believe I can do this, but I don't do it exactly like it. I recreate it in my own style and way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
That's pretty cool. Among the things that you did, all the stuff on your Instagram and so on, which do you think is your favorite?
I don't think I have a favorite, to be honest with you. Like I love everything that I put forth. You know what I'm saying? Like I love everything that I put forth because it represents me, you know what I'm saying, and who I really want to be as well as an individual. So every photo on there, it's more than just actually posting. It's a connection, and it's something that I'm actually delivering to persons so that they can be inspired. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see photography from a normal level, like the normies. Like somebody just see the photo, I'm like, oh, let me like it, double tap. No, it's more like a connection. I'm actually speaking to you through photography.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I guess that's why your Instagram is doing so well, because honestly, I looked at your page about 2-3 months ago, and you was at 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
I just checked it today. You had 7,000 followers.
Yeah.
I know that it's relatively hard for a lot of photographers to gain a lot of followers on Instagram, because plenty of them actually just keep posting the same thing like everybody else.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you have to have an eye for it too as well, because And you have to come out, because like persons just take picture and like, all right, me comfortable, let me just take a 2 picture and and just put that edit on it and post it. Like you have to spend time. Like even if you see your work completed and you finish, you have to critique your work as well and ensure that like that can be adjusted, that can be fixed, that can be improved. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to keep pushing yourself, because if you fall comfortable, then you're gonna just do the normal thing like every other creator out there.
Yep, that's very true, bro. That's definitely true. Yes. Right. So today we focusing on consistency, right? Talk about how important consistency is as a photographer, and talk about how important it is for platforms, like Instagram, to help you to get your work out there.
Consistency is wow. All right, so the first part of the question, tell me that part.
Yeah, talk about how important it is for any photographer.
All right, so consistency is, it's basically, I would say like a 9 to 5. You just getting up every day trying to be present at someone else's establishment to offer your service for their income. You're very consistent as it relates to that, because of course you have to earn from that. The same goes for photography as well, that you have to put in the effort as well, be there, be present to actually get the result that you want by the end of the day. So it's more like you have to be passionate, because if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you won't be consistent. And then you have to actually love it with, like baby Jesus. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to love what you actually do to actually reach far, because too many times person fall in the trap of actually doing things. I think I said this earlier, that they fall in the trap of actually doing things that they're not comfortable with. And if you're passionate, if you really see this as your field, to say, all right, I really want to reach further, I want to accomplish the best in this aspect, then for sure I will try my best to put in the effort to reach that accomplishment that you actually set. So you have to have like plans set out, strategies on how you're going to do everything. You have to kind of like put it in place, because as it relates to traveling, like I have to like set dates in place for certain places to go. And as well, collaborating is very important, because when you see other persons creating and you know those persons, they will actually push you as well, because creator help creator. And it's not even just by speaking like when you're speaking as a creator, it's more like a spiritual connection, you know what I'm saying? So like you're just here talking about like, bro, I'm just gonna install this new Photoshop or whatever. I'm like, yo bro, I feel inspired because I really want to edit now. I want to get the Photoshop too as well, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's all about that connection. Creating is all about that connection, and that pushes you to be consistent as an individual.
Yeah, definitely. So the second part of the question now, for Instagram, because like we said, a lot of persons find it hard to grow on Instagram. How important is consistency on a platform like that?
All right. So for me, I study Instagram. I study social media overall. Like I study the platforms. So I will watch like videos and like they give tips and so on. Not every tip is good, as in will work, but some are very, very helpful to actually help your feed itself to actually grow. Certain things that you have to use is like hashtags, tagging, locations. Those things are important. Story posting, sharing it with others as well. But this is one thing that persons lose track on, and everybody wants to grow, but they don't want to post every day. And it requires that like at least one time per day. And if you just keep on doing that over and over a period of time, then of course persons will acknowledge your feed, because that gives you more opportunity to show up in the explore page. And as well, when you show up in the explore page now, then other feeds which are bigger than yours, bigger feeds, would actually see your post, and then from there they reach out to you, and then it's a collaboration right there,
Right there.
networking. What I'm saying, you're trying to grow your platform itself, so they ask for pictures and so on. So that's why by the end of the day, that's why I provide pictures of so many different categories, because I just don't want to like do portrait as a business itself. I want to reach other platforms to actually grow my feed as well, because the more my feed grows and reaches on other feeds, then that's more audience to my feed.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And
Yeah.
you also definitely check out his Instagram. I'm gonna have my tech guy T-Boss put the tag right below, so y'all can
T-Boss!
check it out. Pretty good stuff coming from Mr. Gayle. So
Lovely.
as we're about to bring this interview to an end, I want to ask you this. What is one thing that you wish you knew about photography when you started?
Retouching as it relates to portraits. I mean, it's all a process still, what I'm saying, but the way how I started out with retouching was really, like, looking at it now, it was really whack. What I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what was I doing? What I'm saying? Like, seriously. But yeah, definitely. And also color grading as well, because I tend to go for moody colors most of the times, and it speaks to person's emotions and feelings, as it relates to that aspect, but just really not following, what I'm saying. I wish I could like just be me, be who I'm called to be with my editing style, and not looking at someone else's work and trying to copy their editing style. Oh, I want to take pictures exactly like them, or what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I wish like I started off on that aspect, because if I did, then I'll probably be more versatile. But then again, I'm not complaining. I'm really grateful for the journey, and for sure I look forward for more.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, bro. So with that being said, I would like for you to give some advice, to any photographer out here in the Caribbean with hopes to make a living for themselves right here. We don't want people to always have to be thinking that, you got to leave the Caribbean to get dope pics and get opportunities. So give them some advice.
The first one is to be consistent, for sure. Like, you have to really put forth the work. Like, if you really want to reach to, a certain amount of audience, definitely you have to put in the work. You have to put in the effort. Some of the times it's going to require you, because understand that this is your own management. Nobody's behind you, like pushing you to do it. So you have to be disciplined within yourself to actually, create as how you wish to create. Really, I would say exploring, because Jamaica is such a small island, and it is so sad that the persons from the other countries know about our country more than we do as Jamaicans.
That's facts, bro. I've been to every parish over here.
Whoa. And that just happened recently for me.
Oh man.
What I'm saying? What I'm saying? So that is one thing as well. Like, know your community, know your country, know your surroundings, know places, what I'm saying, and collaborate, network with person. This selfish thing go work. Go work. Like, if you just been in the field and things say, take picture and just me alone, I'm just like put forth my content, I'm in a business about nobody else. No. Work. So, and that's why I try to work with models, because from there models help to put forth your content, and then that's more audience. So I try to like create different networks to actually work with other photographers, those who understand the field too as well, those who don't as well, because at the end of the day, the knowledge is not only for you alone. You have to share it with others too. You understand? So definitely, the selfish thing don't work. You try to work with others, be kind, be generous. It's very important. Be humble. Jeez. That's one thing as well. That's very important.
Yes,
like,
sir.
You have to be humble, like, what I'm saying, because like for me especially, like, I have to kind of come in like, all right, be yourself. You understand? See you're out there, but listen to me. You understand? You can't, act like you're more than others in any way. What I'm saying? Like, it's important that you just be humble, be real to who you are. You don't have to pretend. Just be you. Just be you, create. If you love automotive, you just take pictures of car. If you love street, go up on the street, go in a Mandeville town, make sure you wear a mask, you know what I'm saying, and take photos. Definitely. Like, if you want to do portraits, man, there's a lot of pretty ladies walking around here, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, take photos of them. Nothing is wrong with that, you know what I'm saying, like, create. Don't be fearful to do what you want to do. Don't let fear, don't be shy, just reach out there and create.
And there you have it, folks. Coming from one of the great photographers out here in Jamaica, Mr. Sheridon Gayle. Consistency is key, and network is important. Professionalism is everything. And finally, don't be lazy. Thanks, bro, for coming on the show. We're gonna have to get to that photography battle.
Definitely.
I think we're gonna work something out, right, Mr. Producer? Maybe we're gonna give you all the nice little videos to show you all my skills. See if I'm better than Sheridon. Yeah. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thanks, Terrence, for that piece of background noise just now. Remember to check out our Instagram page, for some pretty cool content. Check out his Instagram page. Also, check out my Instagram page. You can check that one out first. Until next time, guys. See y'all later.
Hey guys, if you liked that episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell to stay updated.